Oh, we are back on the bike. I know I just posted a video like a week ago, 2 weeks ago, maybe 3 weeks ago. I don't remember. But yeah, we are back. It seems it feels like longer for me because I actually haven't ridden since November. November is the last time I had this thing out. That video I posted 2 weeks ago was, you know, pre-recorded. You know, I said I was recording that on Thanksgiving, so it is great to have this thing back out of storage, but I don't know how long I'm going to have it out because it is March in Ohio, and you never really know what the weather's going to do this time of year. You know, it could, you know, get pretty cold, snowy. I think we have like a chance of snow coming up this week, so, you know, whatever. We got a warm day. It's like 60 something degrees, 59 degrees is what my bike says. So, good day. Tomorrow's supposed to be 72, but I'm going to North Carolina tomorrow. Not for vacation, going down there because I'm a truck driver and that's what I do. Speaking of that, I don't work for the same account anymore. I'm still with the same company. You know, I don't talk about the company that I'm with or anything, but still the same company, new account. The account I was on, the company I worked for lost the account. They were underbid by another company, and then that other company didn't even show up for work, essentially. So I ended up going to this other account, and I haul trailers. I was about to say trailer frames, just trailers, like small trailers, dump trailers and stuff like that. And it's like super sketchy looking too, because there's like trailers like triple, quadruple stacked on top of each other, and then you just strap them down and hope for the best. I mean, they're not going to go anywhere, they're fine, but it looks super sketchy when you look at them. And that's my wife in front of me, so we got our car back now after the deer hit. We got that fixed in December, I think. So, new front bumper, new side fender. You know, when we wrecked the car, I didn't realize, I shouldn't say when we wrecked the car, but when I hit that deer, I didn't realize the fender was bent. So, got a bent fender, or had a bent fender on it, now we got a new fender. So, that is all good and all well. I'm just running through some updates, but updates on what's been going on. Say where I live at in Ohio. I live in Springfield, Ohio, and so last week, or not, well, I mean, I guess technically now last week because it's Sunday, but this past week, we had some tornadoes go through Springfield, and one of them hit my neighborhood. You know, our house is fine. We actually live with our in-laws currently, because we were trying to buy a house, and now there's another update on that I'll get to. But so the neighborhood we're living in was hit by a tornado. Our house is fine, no issues there. But like some of our neighbors' houses were like flattened. Say one of them around the corner from us was like completely leveled. A bunch of other ones had their roofs ripped off. I mean, it was pretty gnarly. Uprooted trees all over the place. I mean, when I say uprooted, took the dirt, the grass, everything with it. I mean, crazy stuff. I wasn't home when that happened. I was over the road. And you know, my wife texts me like early in the morning, and she's like, hey, just want to let you know we're safe, everything's fine. And I'm going, whoa, okay, what are you talking about? You know, it's not normal for you to just be like, hey, we made it through another night. That's not, you know, she normally doesn't do that. So I was like, what are you talking about? And she goes, oh yeah, like there was a tornado just came through our neighborhood. And I went, wait, what? She goes, yeah, like a bunch of our neighbors' houses are like completely destroyed. Our house is fine. I was like, holy crap. So that was eventful. But yeah, it's been an interesting week. Say, luckily my father-in-law, he has this generator, so it was able to give him some power until they got electricity back. So worked out well for them. Since my wife works from home, she couldn't get out of work if they had power. Everyone else didn't though. But yeah, I feel really bad for our neighbors. They, you know, lost their house, and also to top it off, like Red Cross and FEMA and all those organizations like aren't helping them. They, you know, basically told them like, oh, it's not bad enough. It's like there's people who lost their whole houses and they're getting zero help. I mean, you know, insurance, you know, is going to pay for some of that stuff, but you know, insurance kind of does it a little different. What really sucks about it too is like these are people, you know, they bought a house at like a 2-3% interest rate, and now they're going to have to rebuild at whatever it's at now, 6 or 7%. So they're just getting screwed over. And you know, the insurance is only going to give you enough money to pretty much just cover. So the insurance is only going to give you enough money to pretty much just cover you know, the actual value of the house. So that basically means if you have a mortgage, you got to pay off your mortgage, and then just whatever's left over is what you got to rebuild with. Oh man, the Harley boy waved at me. See, everyone's in a good mood because it's March and it's warm and you can get out on your bikes. But yeah, the update basically, as far as like living with our in-laws, well, my in-laws, her parents. So we are now building a house. And we haven't even broke ground yet. I'm getting impatient. I mean, I knew what we were getting into when we decided to build. But yeah, so we're building a house. You know, they estimate it to be done in July, and of course you don't know how accurate that is. I think currently they're still working on getting permits for all that, but it's already been sent through to like architects and everything to do their thing, and you know, get it all finalized as far as like the floor plan goes. And then now we're pretty much just waiting. So it's been quiet. We haven't heard anything, haven't talked to anybody, haven't talked to the builders, haven't talked to the contractors. You know, we basically are just waiting for the permits to come in. And then once the permits come in, we have our meeting with the contractor, and then we break ground. So that's gonna be fun. Man, I'm so ready to get into this house though. I mean, I love my in-laws and all. They're great. They're awesome, and I'm very grateful that they let us live there while we were trying to get, you know, money saved up and do all this to buy a house. But I'm getting kind of tired of living in a basement. It's not very fun. But the other nice thing is they're on like 5-ish acres, and so like our dogs get to like run all over the place. We have a American Bulldog Lab mix, and then a purebred Great Dane. That dude was looking at me hard in that car on the other side of the road. Hard. But yeah, I'm still pretty much only going to one place all the time. The gym. Gym, grocery store. That's about it. Yeah, I've listened to Sleep Token for a while now. But like, for some reason, this past like week or two, I've been on a Sleep Token kick, and I've just been listening to them like non-stop. So I usually go through like weird phases of music. Right now it's Sleep Token. Before this it was Zach Bryant. I listened to Zach Bryant for like months, all the time. Somebody else is on a bikey poo out here. I've never seen this bike before. What is that? MT-09? Oh, 3. It's a little 300 baby bike. I used to have a 300. My wife liked that bike. She was looking at getting one of those, and that blue just like that. Very cool. Good little wheelie bike too. Gonna go drive through where that tornado went through. I mean, one of the places that the tornado hits right down the street from me. So I've driven past that a few times now. So you know, I have to drive past it to go home. I'm going to drive past, there's another area I'm going to drive past that apparently is where another house got like completely flattened. So I'm going to do the thing that I've been complaining that everyone's doing, because everyone's been driving down our street now to go see all the damage, and it's a little annoying, and now I'm getting ready to go do it. The only reason it's annoying though, I don't really care. Well, normally I wouldn't care, But the problem is they're driving down our street at like 10 miles an hour, looking at all this and recording it while I'm behind them just trying to go home. I'm just trying to get home, and there's been a couple of people who actually stopped in the middle of the road to like record video of this, and I'm just right behind them. You can't go around them because it's kind of hilly, so you can't see if there's like another car coming over the hill or anything like that. So yeah, we have like all these people who are just driving down the street going like 10-15 miles an hour, and that's annoying. It's like, yeah, like for sure, come look, whatever, check it out. Everyone's nosy, everyone wants to know. Hell, I'm going to look now, so I mean, I'm being nosy just like everyone else, but I'm not gonna do 10 miles an hour as I drive past. Oh, there's my high school. So that's my high school. They were out of school for a couple of days because of they didn't have any electricity or anything like that. So they were out of school for like 2 or 3 days, something like that. I think 2 days, because I think the tornado hit Wednesday morning or maybe Thursday morning. I can't remember. But yeah, since there was like no electricity, there's two school districts that were not in school because of that. That house is awesome. Actually, that house right there, so the house that we're building, I kind of looked at that house and was like, that looks kind of cool. So we are doing a black and white house. So it's not going to look exactly like that because we're going to have brick, but we are having black brick. So black brick, white siding, a black garage door, black front door, black window shutters, and I want to do black trim around the windows on the outside, but I gotta ask the contractor if they can get some black window trim for us to throw up there. So, and I'm sure they will. You know, it's just a matter of money is all it is. And I mean, they're already putting trim up there anyway. You know, it's white trim, so it can't cost any. I'm sure it doesn't cost any more to do black trim over white trim. So just ask them to do black trim instead of white. So this is the road here where that tornado ripped through. So say they had the road closed. Actually, you can see the closed sign still up here, but it's not, you know, in front of the street. So I'm gonna go take a gander and see how bad it is. I saw all the pictures online, but you know, it never really does it as much justice. See, this is what I'm talking about. Look at this guy, look how slow he's going. This is what I'm talking about. He just hits the brakes. And now he's speeding it up because I think he sees me coming up behind him. Oh my goodness, man, this sucks so much that they just lost all that. I mean, look at this. That is so crazy. That is freaking wild. And they're all out there doing cleanup. Yeah, they lost their garage. They lost their garage. Man. Oh, wow, look at that. Look at that roof just laying on the ground. Just the roof by itself. So it looks like theirs not as bad. Looks like they might be rebuilding that. That looks rebuildable. Man, that's rough. There's this house over here. I heard it took down a barn. Yeah, maybe it didn't. I heard it did. There's this chick coming out on a four-wheeler. Oh man, I gotta watch all this dirt. This is where the tornado freaking ripped up all the dirt. Yeah, we got power lines down, or whatever lines down. I say they're still working on like the power lines and all that stuff. Like they have it up and running, but it's like a temporary fix, you know, because they got to replace some of these poles. So they essentially just have this like, you know, going along the ground here, but it's working, I guess. They said they had like a temporary fix for it. Oh, I don't know what's going on here. Oh, you just can't get through because there's a car kind of parked in the road. Whoa. Looks like we had some trees fall on some of their cars there. So it looked like two of those cars had like caved-in roofs on them. Roofs? How do you pronounce that? Is it roofs, or roofs? I guess it depends where you live. Oh, they're pointing at something. Oh, I guess You know what? I never knew that house was back here. All the years I've been driving back here, I never knew that house was all the way back there. I actually didn't notice it until that guy in that car was actually pointing his hand out the window at the house. I had no idea that house was back there. Oh man, there's like pieces of the barn just slung all throughout that field. That is wild. I mean, I guess it's not that wild, that's what tornadoes do, but that is crazy. So our street is up here that we live on. We live down that way, and the tornado went through that way, so that's why our house is fine. But it's crazy, you know, looking at all this, you know, because I've, you know, driven past these houses millions of times. Well, not millions of times, you know what I mean, a lot, hundreds of times for sure. And you know, they've been there for, you know, so long. I've never known them not to be there, you know. I don't know when they were built, but definitely probably before my lifetime. Go look and see. I mean, I've already seen all these down here, but I'll get it here on video. I've seen these about 1,000,000 times. I keep saying 1,000,000. Why do I keep saying 1,000,000? I haven't seen this 1,000,000 times. The tornado just happened Thursday, and I keep saying I've seen it 1,000,000 times. I've seen it like 10 times. Yeah, so we got limbs off here because this is not where it hit, and then here's where all these trees are torn down. Right there is a close family friend of ours. Their house is fine, but they lost a bunch of trees, as you can see, that are all uprooted. This one's crazy to me because it uprooted the whole thing. See, this is what I mean. These people are literally stopping in the middle of the road to look at this stuff. So they lost their whole barn. Got a bunch of the trees chopped down. Theirs doesn't look too bad. That was a barn. There's a house up here. Yeah, this one right here, that one's pretty rough. Doesn't look good. But yeah, like all these houses, no help from FEMA. Nothing. She's just sitting on her porch up there. Sad. Very sad. I mean, they lost their roof completely. I know one of these people, I don't know which house it is, but one of these houses is a family friend of my wife's family, and they lost their roof, and I guess her husband was upstairs when the tornado hit, so like he watched the roof come off the house, which is, you know, terrifying. I mean, you know, he had some cuts and scratches, but he's all right. But yeah, I mean, he watched the roof come off. Should have brought my keys. My truck is over there, and I left something in my truck. But I don't want to show my truck, because I don't really want to show my company, because I don't want them to know that sometimes I do ridiculous things on my motorcycle. But I don't do that many ridiculous things on my motorcycle. So, you know, I'm not that crazy on this bike, but I don't want them to see it. I don't want them to find out. I don't really speed that much. I don't really do that much crazy stuff, but you never know. Man, that's so depressing seeing all this. These houses have been here for so long. These are all older houses. You know, some of these people have lived in these forever. And now they're just gone. Some of them, that's gone. All gone. Gone. Somehow, that freaking camper survived it without like a scratch. I don't even know how. It's crazy. Probably think, oh, there's a green motorcycle guy who keeps going back and forth. I was just getting some vidya, and now I'm going home. I live here, leave me alone. I'm not gawking. Actually, I am gawking. I am absolutely doing that. Oh, there's a tree down there. So yeah, we were in the clear, but it sucks. Well, anyway, that is a little life update there. New house, new work account, tornado. Delicious. Anyway, I love you. Bye-bye.